Hello, beloved. I wanted to share a couple of thoughts with you about GodThirst. I was thinking about a time when my son and I uh, went backpacking. We got to the trailhead just in the heat of the day and hiked up this steep incline, slowly going up, and just sweat pouring out of us till soon we went through our water. And at first we were unconcerned, thinking we'd come across water soon, but we didn't all day. We got more and more dehydrated and kind of lethargic. And as the sun began to set, we were a little panicked. But finally we came upon, right at dusk, we came upon some mosquito ponds, and we were glad. It was with joy that we battled through the mosquito clouds to pump water into our containers with our little filter, and jumped into the bed and drank that water so deeply. But it's amazing how thirst can drive you. It just squeezes at the back of your throat until all you can think about is water. And that's what David expressed in Psalm 63. He said, "My soul thirsts for you, my flesh yearns for you in a dry and weary land where there is no water." How did he get that spiritual thirst satisfied? He goes right into the next verse. He says, "Thus, with this longing, with this desperation, I have seen you in the sanctuary to see your power and your glory." Seeing, beholding his beauty, being in his presence is the only way that some of those longings get met. That's what Father wanted me to remind you about. You already know this, but it's a good reminder that those longings have to be and can be only satisfied in God. Longings like our longing for significance. All of us want to know that our lives matter, that we're making a difference in the lives of someone else. Or we all long for security. We long to know that someone's taking care of us. We all long to be known for who we really are and to be celebrated. Those longings build in us. And sometimes we want humans to meet those needs, but really, beloved, they can only be met in God. Sometimes we get angry and try to get other people to meet our needs. Oh, beloved, we've got to turn towards God in this season. If we don't, those longings can become severe spiritual dehydration. That's what David was talking about when he said, "As the deer pants for the water brooks, so my soul pants for you, O God." Psalms 42. You know, if we don't tend to our God thirst, eventually our hearts will die. They'll deaden. They'll get numb. We'll forget what it was like to be satisfied with his presence. That's why Paul wrote to the Ephesians, "Awake, wake up, O sleeper. Arise from the dead." Our hearts need to arise from the dead so we can behold the glory of the Lord. Christ will shine on you. Heaven's all around. I was thinking about the Mount of Transfiguration. Here's Jesus this is Luke 9, is having this amazing encounter with God. What are the disciples doing? They're asleep. And the scripture literally says they awoke and saw his glory. And sometimes the presence of God can be all around us, but our hearts are asleep. They're deadened to his presence. And in this season, Jesus wants to awaken our hearts. He's in a mood to wake us up, to quicken our hearts alive with a fresh hunger for his presence, a fresh longing to behold his beauty. And sometimes we have to turn off one of those screens, one of our computer screens or our video screens, and maybe we need to take a look up at heaven's screen. What's going on with heaven that's all around us? Put some worship music on it. Just take some time to soak in his presence, drink him in. Doesn't that sound good? I know it does. See you next time.